In this video, we'll walk through two examples of graphing the following systems of linear inequalities. The first system is y is greater than or equal to 2x minus 3 and y is greater than 1/3 x. So these are already solved for y, which is where we want to go right away so that we can graph these using the slope-intercept form. So the first line is 2x minus 3. So we have a y-intercept of -3 and a slope of 2. So up 2 over 1. And I'm just going to make some points there. And then I can draw this line. And this is the line that represents 2x minus 3. Now we defer to this symbol, greater than or equal to, so it's going to be shaded above that. And I'm not going to do any shading yet because we have a system of linear inequalities, and we want to see where the shading would overlap. Now you can see that as steep as this line gets, we definitely can see an above and a below. So if you could walk on top of it or be hanging off of it. So as steep as that gets, we can certainly see an above or a below. Now I draw a solid line here because this is greater than or equal to. So we draw a solid line, as opposed to this next part of the system, we have strictly less than or strictly greater than. So we have a y-intercept of 0. This is like saying plus 0. So 1/3 x plus 0. And a slope of 1/3. So up 1 to the right 3, and up 1 to the right 3, and so on. And so we have that slope. And drawing that line, we better make sure that it is a dashed line because this is a strict inequality, strictly greater than. So I've got this dashed line, and now I'm going to shade above that. So where would the shading overlap? Well, that is right here in this area, and it goes on forever because these lines go on forever. So this is the graph of this system of linear inequalities. The next example, y is less than 5 and x is greater than or equal to 2. So now we don't have any x in the first inequality and no y in the second inequality. That's okay. We can just graph the line y equals 5. However, with this one, again, it has to be dashed because this is a strict inequality. So we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The line y equals 5 would be a horizontal line, but of course it's just going to be a dashed line here. Let's use a color that shows up a little bit better, a dashed line, because we want to show that 5 is not included. It's strictly less than 5. And we would shade below that, but we have to say where does the shading overlap with this other part, and that is the part that says x is greater than or equal to 2. So this is equal to 2 is included, so we can draw a solid line for that inequality. And now, okay, when it's a vertical line, there is not an above or below, but clearly we can say greater than or less than. So to the right or to the left of this 2 value, we want greater than, so we would shade to the right. So it ends up then where these shading areas would overlap is right here. And of course it goes on forever. I can come outside of this coordinate part of the coordinate plane that I have here because this goes on forever. So there are two different examples for graphing systems of linear inequalities.